Hello, Startup City speaking. I did today a brew of my own type of juice tea with guava and orange. Perhaps you're not going to see it clearly now because there is red light working. So putting on this, you will see guava, top tea, oranges that was squeezed by hand, this is the color of it. Usually when someone makes their brew, nobody really knows what the recipe is, and it's difficult for someone to know what exactly the content was. So people kept their brew in secret, and for such purposes people used to devise between each other various unhealthy competitive behaviors. So there are people who, for instance, once they did their thing outside in the sun, for instance, I took this and I warmed it up, put it in the wind to see how it would turn out to be. This is how spies develop, because they wanted to know the real thing, and why many people end up being in prison for that. You know, sometimes when you work with these things, they look like all this paint that people use in making their packages. They matter a lot, because when you're preserving things, what affects with the weather, climate, environment, this is how industries developed. If people are not interested in making their own special brew, this is guava, white one. So in the breweries, what people do in the lab is that they study the content of each specific aspect of a fruit before they deliver a formula. So it is quite complex to say you want to, do the things you do. So there are these rules that people find hard to follow, and then they call others narcissists. People need to understand how important it is to make different products, how they started. In Nigeria, they don't keep records of their beginnings, so they can't pass on information on what they have been doing, and it's quite a pity to do so. There is no oil or palm oil in it. It's just the effect of light on glass. So at the same time, you can create various effects and you sell it out. You can remove those particles if you want to. Right now I'm trying to also create effects, so at the same time oops. You see, when you're making something, and you make a mistake, like for instance my favorite Jordan, when he makes mistakes, he goes oops. So I could call this brew oops, which is a funny way to create a brand, and then after I project the emotions of it. So here you can see as if it's the sun moving around the earth, warming everybody up. Yeah? Or is it the moon? We need to go to NASA to go and investigate. VIGHAITS.